hunting is a very, very basic thing in mankind. Man, the hunter, goes right back to the mists of time.
From an early age, I felt repulsed by the slaughter of animals and decided to adopt a vegan lifestyle. Here I am as a young teenager on Christmas Day, eating my meat-free dinner, alone from the rest of the family.
Ta-da! Here we go. This is my vegan shepherd's pie.
For close to 40 years, I perfected my vegan lifestyle. I was rigid in this belief system and remained unchallenged. Then I met Guy Wallace.
Get in! Oh, you're standing there, no wonder they won't fucking go in. Do you know, these successive British governments would seem to want everybody to end up as a clone of everyone else, as a teetotal, non-smoking, left-wing, politically correct, pacifist, puffed a fucking vegetarian. Well, that wasn't the sort of Brit that conquered half the bloody world 2 centuries ago.
This old colonial relic had little time for the modern world. Hunting was in his blood, and at 73 years of age, it was his last opportunity to return to Africa and relive his glory days. He intended to shoot one of the so-called Big Five, the fearsome Cape buffalo. And I was going with him.
That's a Cape buffalo then?
There's a picture of one. I mean, that's the belly line there.
Yeah.
I should have been somewhere about there. The only way you will stop a buffalo once it's been hit with the first shot is to either hit it in the spine, which is a slightly odd shape, or in the brain, which is protected by that boss there.
Wouldn't it kind of screw up your trophy though? Having
It's better than a buffalo screwing you up.
All right.
There are only so many kicks a pensioner can get, but shooting Cape buffalo is one of them. It comes down to a very simple equation. You kill it or it kills you. If you get that first bullet wrong, you've got a very exciting time on your hand. They are not of the forgive and forget school of thought. They'll come looking for you and they'll try and obliterate you.
I'd taken a step into the unknown. But despite our polarized views, Guy had welcomed me into his world.
My breakfast, dear boy, is the 8th wonder of the world. This all looks probably pretty horrible to you, being a chap who doesn't eat things like this. One of the problems with modern living is everything is so hygienic. None of the kids build up an immunity to anything, so as soon as a bug comes along, they get down like ninepins.
But you never get ill?
I had a hangover in about 2000, 2001. I think it's probably the last time I was ill.
His great-uncle Arthur had been a major influence, helping shape Guy into the man he was today. He'd worked for the Indian Forestry Service shooting man-eating tigers.
When my grandfather and my great-uncle used to take the first dram of the evening, they would give the old Gallic toast, "Here's to blood."
He had purposely chosen to lead a solitary existence on the bleak Caithness moors. The caravan was supposed to be a temporary home until he fixed up the old cottage behind it.
They are it. He needs an automatic washing machine when he's got a border terrier.
What's that?
Drinking water off the caravan roof.
That's your drinking water. Look at the size of that thing at the bottom.
That was the bucket, just had a cup of tea and a cup of coffee. Pure Adam's ale.
I was impressed how self-sufficiently Guy lived. It couldn't have been easy for this elderly man to eke out an existence in this harsh landscape. But then, he'd always lived this way.
This is you at school?
That's me at Sandhurst, Royal Military Academy Sandhurst, when I was an officer cadet prior to being commissioned.
That's you in the middle?
Me in the middle, yeah. While on the army, that was me in the #1 dress of the Gordon Highlanders, shortly after I'd been commissioned. That was me in the Oman with the Sultan's Armed Forces.
So what were you doing there?
I was training Baluch and Arab troops to be soldiers. And that's me cattle ranching in Africa.
Over the next few weeks, Guy took me on various expeditions. He was keen to prepare me for Africa and introduce me to the rudiments of hunting.
Just a slight twist with a little finger and you'll break its neck. You don't have to be leaping about like a karate man.
Hunters came from all over the world to shoot on the estate. Perhaps there was a romantic appeal to these trips into the wild, but I still felt very uneasy about the killing.
You tell me. I'd really like somebody to come up and explain this to me. I'm really confused.
Despite delving into the world of hunting, I was still a staunch advocate of animal rights. I travelled to London, where I met up with other vegan activists. Robert took me out on a direct action expedition, hunting for steak and burger houses.
And I'm not trying to contact them.
Okay.
We're just saying the truth.
Yeah, no, it's the truth.
This is what we need the truth.
We chalked slogans and had confrontations with police and restaurant staff. It felt like a world apart from the North Highlands.
Animals feel pain! Animals feel pain! Animals want to live! Animals want to live! Animals love their babies! Animals love their babies! Their milk! Their eggs! Their milk! How do you like your tea, David?
That'll do now, just throw the thing out.
Right. You obviously won't have milk with it. Do you have sugar with it?
With our African trip just a week away, Guy took me out on a deer stalk. It was the ideal time to try out my new vegan hiking boots.
We can't really compare... Oh, sorry.
Right. Whisper from now on. They're quite often out in the evening, out on the ground here.
I said we can't really compare...
Whisper.
We can't really.
That's better.
You spotted anything?
Road here. Slot. Footprint.
What's that funny noise?
I'm deaf as a post. Don't hear a thing.
You're deaf as a post.
Shot for all my life, army and everything else, with no hearing protectors.
Oh, that can't help you for the hunt.
No one knew about it in those days.
And you can hear me whispering.
Yeah, it depends on the decibel range.
something though. My feet are still dry.
So they should be.
Yeah. They're working well, those boots.
And if all else fails, you can eat the boots.
Okay, so.
What you don't take with you, you've got to do without. It's as simple as that.
God, you've got a lot on the list. Elastoplast, Germaline, eyebrow tweezers, sunscreen, hypodermic syringe.
You don't want some fucking kaffir with AIDS and been injected, 10 minutes earlier or something. They haven't bothered to sterilise the needle.
We were heading to Chikudu Game Reserve in the eastern province of Mpumalanga in South Africa. It promised the Big Five experience and was teeming with game. Guy had paid professional big game hunter Alan Schenk to take him on his buffalo safari.
Nice one.
Prices range from $100 for a vervet monkey to almost $20,000 for a male lion.
Alan Schenk.
Just drive straight on.
Straight on.
Yeah.
Keep it elephant, it's fairly high voltage.
Really? Make sure you don't touch any of it.
What's that? Where's my light?
Got you. Hey, hello.
Where are you going?
There.
What's that?
Come on, come in, mate. Shut the door.
Yeah. Oh my God. Don't frighten the porcupine.
It's a little bit risky to be walking around in the dark like it. That lion's right here.
Here?
Just behind the chalet here. Before you even know it, you'll be gone.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm serious.
Have you seen these things happen?
I'm serious.
Oh my God. Right. Listen, I'll see you in the morning.
Okay, be safe.
Yeah, I will
Don't
do.
go wandering off now.
Okay, I promise you. Gee whiz, I didn't realise that. Alan came out and said it was a bad idea wandering about.
You'll learn.
What we're going to do this morning, guys, we're going to go out. We're going to actually try and locate the ideal animals to hunt.
We were joined by Chris for the duration of the hunt. His family had owned Chikudu since 1980. We only had 5 days, but already I'd stepped into paradise. Who on earth would want to destroy such magnificent creatures?
What Eden must have looked like once.
Yeah.
I bet Adam's bloody soon learned to make a bow and arrow.
The buffalo we were looking for was known as a dagger boy, an old bull past his breeding age and separated from the herd.
Lion kill. The lions got stuck into this buffalo cow.
That's only been killed recently.
Yeah. 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
It's a beautiful buffalo cow, that, eh?
My first encounter with a Cape buffalo. This was the harsh reality of Africa.
Okay, copy. We'll do that at lunchtime.
All right, super. All right, let's head up.
Chris had received word that some buffalo were spotted a couple of miles north, so we headed deep into the bush.
Yeah. What is it? That is a fresh track. It's a slightly darker colour from the ground on either side of it.
We waited and waited and waited. And there he was.
Nice boss.
Give them a few minutes and walk straight through here. And just hope.
What's that? Buffalo shit. It's warm.
Come with your rifle.
There they go.
Close but no cigar.
Day one, the Guy Wallace hunt.
Buffalo 1, Wallace 0. We live and learn, or as the Chinese say, we live 'tis true, but we learn nothing. So yeah, no, thoroughly exciting day. Did you enjoy your day?
Yeah, I think we got enough footage there that it seems to work quite well.
I can't find my fucking teeth still.
Come on, guys, we need to get going, eh?
He's lost his false teeth.
To see if we can find a baboon en route and we can just
No,
make
it's
one.
just that, I mean, it's for the continuity of the film. It's
Guy, it must be in amongst all this stuff.
You didn't put them in a pocket somewhere.
I've been to every.
There's so many.
While they searched for the teeth, I noticed some activity at the skinning shed. A boy with his first kill.
That's your first buck?
Yes,
Very first time?
yes. This is where I shot it. Right there.
What do you do next?
Eat the liver.
You eat a bit of it, raw.
Yes.
So I presume you're not a vegetarian then?
No, I'm a meat eater.
Alright, dit is maar een van die dingen, né? Soms toch?
Oh,
Ja. Ja.
It was an old Afrikaner custom that a hunter undergoes a bloody ritual during his first kill, a rite of passage to manhood.
Alex will be here now with your wife.
An hour.
No, he'll be here now.
Better get my pipe in my fucking face, I suppose.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We all had things that went rough in the army. Basically, I murdered people, you know. Not put the finer point that I murdered people. But they walked into the wrong ambush at the wrong time. Smoking my Panama, taking the morning cool, wearing my old brown gaiters on my old brown mule. Oh! Wagged the flag and flung the wog, mate. Oh, now I've beaten and I've slain you by a living God that made you a better man than I, younger den.
Bless you, bless you.
That's my fucking hat.
Bless you.
Keep my fucking hat out of the way. Keep my hat out of the way. Wag the flag and flog the wall.
Listen, go easy, because you've got to be up tomorrow. You've almost polished off a full bottle of brandy, a bottle of red wine yesterday, a bottle of red wine today.
But I don't get up tomorrow with the last of my fucking worries, because I'll be bloody dead.
Can I ask you one last thing?
Yeah.
If for some reason, right, imagine you wounded a Cape buffalo.
Yeah.
And it came charging at you and took you out. With that thought, would you be happy with that end?
Better than hanging around in the National Health Society waiting room, just sort of falling apart at the bloody seams. Of course it bloody would. Yeah.
You'd rather go being gorged by a
Christ,
Cape buffalo?
Yeah. No contest. No contest. No. There's no competition at all. I don't want to end up like my parents, a ripe old age, pissing the bed. No, fuck it, I'm past my sell-by date, mate.
Yes.
I am as I am. And when the wheels fall off, my only problem is remembering where the keys to the gun cabinet is. So I'll blow my bloody brains out. They talk about going to Switzerland for a bloody euthanasia. You stick a 416 Rigby up the roof of your mouth and pull the trigger. Your problems are over. I hate the idea of growing old. I really do. Inside the 73-year-old bloke, there's a 33-year-old hooligan trying to fight his way out. And that's the way I see myself. Oh, for a.
That fucks our ambush up.
It's blowing straight to them. Unless we're walking behind them.
But let's try that. That's all we can do.
Making an ambush position with a firing point, so one can fire between the trees and the leaves.
If they do walk out, you need to stand dead still. Don't make any sudden movements. Stand dead still until we tell you which one. Dog bark because there was a leopard in front of us here.
I have to admit, I was starting to feel their frustration. It felt like everything in the bush was conspiring against us, and time was running out.
back again. Come, David. David, come on.
Hey! Just go to the tree if he does charge, eh?
Taking the car from the dog.
Hey!
Look.
Oh, there's the truck. Thank God.
And I think I've earned this brandy today. It's great, the anticipation of getting a contact any moment, but it was not to happen. We're hunting them on their terrain and they have all the advantages.
Yeah. Hey, my darling.
Where is Ali kola linkwenkwe. Asilibon linkwenkwe tiliep.
Oh. I go pack out.
En ik kan een paar money voeten.
Money voeten la.
Dank je. Ja. Vino.
Ma.
I'm an optimist. You almost got charged and trampled by rhino today. Oh, jeez. Have you ever been hit by a steam train?
Double-decker buses don't have horns. On the negative side, they won. They're allowed to win for so long, but eventually the day of reckoning have to come.
I think you're quite right there. Tomorrow, I think it's going to be a good day.
I was shooting with the camera. Guy was shooting with the rifle. In an ironic way, we both wanted the same result.
Come, stay behind. Stay behind now. Don't walk out. Stand still. Don't back down. Keep up.
We had to appear as a single silhouette. 3 becoming 1. I'd become the hunter.
I've got to put a cartridge in the chamber.
Okay, yeah.
It's the final act.
Extreme right. Come, Guy. First 2 on the right.
Come. Keep your barrel up.
Yeah, that's him. I think you can see the blood coming out of his nose.
If you get a chance before me, you shoot it.
Okay, Guy.
He's coming. Is he still alive?
No, he's dead.
Oh. Oh dear, yeah.
Okay, he's still blinking, eh?
No, no, that's what I say.
Watch out there, David. David.
Oh, sorry.
He's still blinking. Come away there.
Come away!
David.
You don't
Come away.
He's still alive.
He's still alive.
If you touch the eye and it doesn't blink, then you know, dead.
Thank God.
You did well there, sir, to keep up. We had to do a bit of running there.
I know. Okay, mate. Yeah, cheers.
Well done. Oh, I see you bleeding more than the buffalo
Yeah,
bleeding.
I know.
Hey?
Only fucking thorns. So who fired the double tap?
He fired 2 shots.
Yeah.
One of these hit the branch and went twing into the air.
Yeah.
And then we got it again here. You can see where mine hit the branch. And then as it ran out, Alan shot it again.
Right.
Yeah.
How far did the buffalo go?
About a kilo.
Yeah.
Kilometre?
Yeah.
I felt guilty as it lay there dead. I couldn't believe that I'd wanted this.
Just clear these few bushes there for me there.
I don't want him to roll. Hang on, don't push him. Don't push him. I'm trying to sit him up. Right.
Okay. Anybody's like that. We've got to get that back leg out.
Very nice to get a good shot. That's what lasts forever, the memories.
I don't know if I want to be photographed with it though. I feel.
Yeah, but you're being photographed with your friend, not with the buffalo.
My position here is I'm like overseeing, but not part of it.
Okay. But now you must go get down there, and then you're going to do an interview with Guy. You need to get down here at this angle.
Okay. Well, why not? Yeah.
But you need to get down low.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got the whole bull and you. Okay.
And Godla, Baite and Cozy.
What? What does that mean?
I have eaten, I salute you, O Chief, in Zulu.
Oh, I see. You've been rehearsing that. Well, let's try it again. Hold on.
And Godla.
No, not yet.
You said right.
No, I'm going to say okay. Okay.
And Godla, Baite and Cozy.
This was Guy's moment. He basked in the glory.
What happens now, Alan?
Oh, we're busy caping, taking the skin off, making sure the meat's all clean. Gonna take the stomach out.
That fucking smell.
It's quite a horrible smell. When sometimes the bullet goes into the gut,
It's strange, actually.
and that's the smell comes out much earlier than it should, and now that's why you get that quite a bad smell.
And yeah, we found Guy's bullet. When it hits, it opens up like a mushroom, and it creates a big wound channel through the vital organs, and that's what creates the velocity in killing your animal.
A bloody carcass for a moment of glory. It was an ugly scene and reminded me of why I became a vegan. But Chris had something he wanted to share.
There's more animals at the moment in South Africa than there's ever been before, due to the fact that more and more people are coming out and hunting, and people are able to run these reserves from that hunting money. So that's where hunting has actually contributed a lot towards conservation, and it's contributing more and more and more where it's managed properly.
So what would happen if your reserve didn't exist? If all these reserves?
If this reserve, to give you an example, if this reserve did not exist, it would have gone into farming, commercial farming, where they would have had basically cattle on here. And if it wasn't cattle, they would even have citrus production or something like that. Yeah. So it wouldn't be a nature reserve as such where you got natural preservation of the ecology like it used to be as much as possible. But it would have been all gone into modernized commercial farming and that. It's a thing to draw up. Should we allow hunting and extremely large areas of wildlife production, or should we allow it just to go to commercial farming and wipe out all the wildlife? Or I say wipe out, let the poachers come in and wipe out the wildlife.
Chris's words had resonated within me. Could it be that the death of this old buffalo would help conserve other animals?
Having a military background, I always clean my either shotgun or rifle as soon as I have used it. And brought up to believe that one's weapon should be clean, bright, shining and slightly oiled. Ready for next time. Doesn't take long, but it makes a difference to the life of the rifle and the efficiency of the working parts of the rifle.
Ah, that's a nice one, eh? How much is this one?
Almost a day off, a holiday day today, having put them up in the salt yesterday. But it's also a bit of an anticlimax as well. You've been working up to this for the last few days and suddenly it's happened and happened successfully, and it's all sort of, it's like letting the air out of a tyre, you know?
You dealt with Africans a lot over the years. Is this the way you remember it?
Well, they used to sleep on the road because it was warmer than tarmac, and it was bloody dangerous driving at night. In the old Kenya before independence, if you ran an African over and injured him, you had to pay his hospital bill. If you killed him, you paid 10 shillings for his burial. Not a case of someone running over one and sitting up screaming, reversed back over his head, leant out, put a 10 shilling note in his top pocket and drove on.
That was quite common.
Wasn't uncommon.
Oh, the tunnel.
So, sorry, my darling. You want some coffee, tea?
Coffee would be lovely.
Thank you very
Coffee
much.
would be lovely.
And you, doctor? Coffee. Black like me or white like you?
White like me.
Thank you. And for you, darling?
Just slightly white, just a little white.
White.
A bit of, you know, between.
Can you find that soya milk?
Yes.
Fridge.
Oh, okay, my daddy. I'm coming now.
Well, it's been an honor having you guys here, and I really enjoyed myself.
No, it's been great fun, they've been great people, and we achieved what we were set out to achieve.
Because I'm black, I'm starting crying. I'm look like buffalo. That one you shot. My darling.
Dolly, I did not shoot the buffalo. That man shot.
Who shot the buffalo?
Man shot it.
Oh, man.
Really?
I don't shoot things. I only shoot with my camera.
He's a vegan, he doesn't even eat meat.
I don't eat meat.
Really? Shame.
Vegan
I think
vegetarian.
you angel, my darling.
I like animals.
Yes, I
don't like
love
killing
you, my
animals.
darling. It's only old men killing the buffalo.
The truth was, I did shoot the buffalo, albeit with my camera. But I had crossed a line nonetheless.
The teeth could be in this bed, like under the cover or something.
He's got his teeth. Here they are.
Where?
Here they are.
It's the hunting that appeals to nearly all of us. The killing is almost an aside, really. I mean, as you said yourself, when we were getting close into the quarry, you could feel it as well, and you could see where we were coming from.
Yeah,
I didn't matter if I give Chris's to Alan or Alan's to Chris, because it's the same amount in both and not a lot. The horn of the hunter, as Raak so famously said, blows stronger in some than others, but it is there, in the psyche. If it wasn't for hunting, the human race would have died out thousands of years ago. And some people, it might be getting a decent bargain in the supermarket or something, you know, if you take it to its logical, ridiculous extreme. Yes, I'm quite happy with what I do. I don't find a need to defend it. I always will explain my side of it, but I don't have to defend my actions. I'm perfectly happy with that.
I understand, yeah. I understand now.
It was some time since the hunt, and despite going against my principles, I'd come to terms with what had happened. Hunting was more than just killing. It involved a deep understanding of nature and a unique bond between men. I hadn't seen Guy in a while. I'd heard he was disillusioned with life in the Highlands and was moving abroad. I decided to pay him one last visit.
Habari yako, nzuri kabisa sana. Jambo bwana. Jambo bwana. Ndege mzuri. Eh? Ndege mzuri, Jambo.
Do you think he prefers Swahili to English?
I don't think he knows the fucking difference. Now we better go and get himself out, hadn't I? Take him outside and do it. This cost me £1,000 with the taxidermy, which was just under 350. Not actually that happy with this head, because they sanitised it for the American market and painted it all in fucking black boot polish or whatever they've used, and I prefer the sort of gnarly old head of the old bastard lying there covered in ticks, you know.
Yeah.
And they've made it very... They've taken the life and soul out of it.
You okay holding it?
Not really.
Sorry. Some shots close up. Great. That is superb. Fantastic.
Right, come here now. Come here.
Yeah.
Leave the stuff. Just come here.
Wait, let me turn it off.
Leave it.
What?
Leave it. Come here.
I am.
Leave it!
I know, wait a minute. I need to. What?
Right, grab hold of this before I drop the cunt.